Hey, good morning and welcome to the Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu podcast, episode 132. My name is Isaac Tauaefa. I'm here with
Cramer.
Josh. Straussberger.
you two doofuses off to a terrible start, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's good to be with you all today. Thanks for tuning in to listen to the podcast, man. It's been really encouraging to hear. We've met a lot of people recently through camp and other stuff where people have shared their experience of the podcast and how the podcast has impacted their life, and we're so grateful we get to do it. Today's podcast is about finding joy and laughter in the Christian walk and in jiu-jitsu. So excited to talk about that. We are going to look at Proverbs 17:22, but before we do that, we're going to get into our sponsors right away. So the sponsor of today's podcast episode, one of them is our good friend Blaze Gregory, a good friend of the ministry, and he, well, Strauss, since I introduced you to him, why don't you let us know where I introduced him to you?
So I think you introduced me to him at camp. I think that was my first time meeting him. Had never
Really?
spoken to him on the phone or at a muster.
Never?
Never.
Oh,
or
interesting.
gave him your phone number. Yeah, it was at camp. It was
dude.
great to meet Blaze at camp.
So I don't know if you guys know this, just because, I mean, maybe it's your first episode, and I'm sorry if it is, but Strauss absolutely hates and loves when he's introduced me. He clearly was the person that introduced me to someone else, and then later I will say, hey man, do you know so-and-so? Did you remember when I introduced you to so-and-so?
Yeah.
And it's just a number one. It's like one of his biggest pet peeves, but it's just one of those buttons that I know.
He knows the buttons.
Yeah, the buttons.
Yeah.
But Blaze is a friend of the ministry.
He's
a
introduced me
brother
to
in
all
Christ.
of his friends.
Yeah,
all of my friends.
All of your friends that you have now. But great dude. Blaze also is he runs a company, Gregory Consulting and Controls. You can check them out at gregorycc.com. They are a multidisciplinary engineering firm that is licensed in 10 states, including Texas. So he's come through. He trained with us when he was on a work trip, meeting with a couple manufacturers to see if he could help them with their engineering solutions. So they specialize in industrial facilities design and automation, from oil and gas to food and beverage and many other industries. They love the Lord, and they base their core values around Him. So such an amazing dude, amazing company. They put the money where he puts his money where his mouth is. Has really helped the ministry grow with some substantial working with a nonprofit like group that helps make donations, like donor-directed funds, toward different nonprofits. And he has nominated Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu a few times, and we've been the recipients of generous donations through his efforts there. So we're so grateful, Blaze, for your friendship and for just being a brother in Christ when he reaches out.
Yeah, he's
regularly.
good to reach out.
Yep.
Even when I haven't in a while.
Yeah, send scripture, encourage us.
Good encouragement.
And he'll encourage me sometimes to just slap the skin off your head
I'm
every
telling
once in a
you.
while, which is fun. So
I'm telling you.
that's
That's
great.
awesome. I can't wait to meet him and then introduce him to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
excellent.
Thanks, Kramer. Excellent. I can't wait to meet him, dude.
He sounds awesome.
Our next sponsor is, of course, Jocko Fuel. Dominate your day with Jocko Fuel premium supplements forged for performance and built on discipline. Power up with Jocko Go, like we're about to right now, for clean energy and mental focus. Recover strong with Molt Protein and Jocko Creatine, and stay in the fight with joint warfare. No artificial sweeteners, no shortcuts, no BS. Use code JJJ20 to save 20% and fuel your fight the right way. Get after it. Let's go.
Get after it.
Gee whiz, 2-0? I forgot about that.
So something I'd like
Gee whiz. That's our new jiu-jitsu tagline.
And that's the kind of stuff right there that will send me straight to BRM.
At BRM,
Listen,
baby.
man.
Listen.
If one episode that we ever record, look, it's this one where you can't get upset about laughter and just us being
Just
silly,
joy.
because this is about finding joy and laughter in our walk.
No, it's a
man.
part of it. It's
part of it.
So BRM, you were asking what it was before me. Like, we'll just tell you on air on the podcast, but BRM stands for Blood Red Mad.
Blood red mad.
Blood Red Mad. It's maximum level anger and rage. And so Strauss and I will send each other reels is what does it.
Yeah,
and
reels.
it's like,
yeah.
oh man, it could be just something that's just perfectly annoying. It'd be something that's someone singing way off tune, way out of tune. It's all kinds of stuff.
It's super cringe. You just, but the key, the beauty of it is when you have that relationship with your friends where when you see it and you're like, this will make Isaac so blood red mad. I've got to send it.
I love those the ultimate cringeworthy reels. It's hard not to like get yourself stuck in that algorithm.
Oh yeah, our algorithm is jacked now.
Yeah, JP would be correct. He was telling me the other day, like he was like, dude, they have no idea how jacked our, because Lucas was saying like, our yeah, it's jacked. Your algorithm's jacked. And you have no idea.
You got no idea.
The silliness, but such a good time, man. And yeah, dude, are you in good friends if you're not trying to, send each other over?
What did you
over
say?
the
You
edge?
sent me one last week, and you were like, "Just sweet dreams. I'm going to bed. Here's one." It was like, right,
love you, bro.
Love you, bro.
Yeah,
Late
I
at night.
sent them to Cramer too. The same kind of thing, like just something to ponder, kind of like I'm listening my closing thoughts for the night.
Yeah, and I'm trying to go to bed, and it's like, oh, I'm up now.
Hold on, I gotta. There's. I'm sorry that I'm doing this to our listeners, but there's an account, and here's one. You know, I've sent this to both of you, and I apologize in advance, but this is the one right here.
I'm curious. There's so many. I don't know which one's going to be.
I lose track.
Hold on.
Where's he going with this?
I gotta find the right one. Give me a second.
Can we have Jamie put that up on the screen?
Just pull it up.
I would love that. Hold on. Don't look.
I'm kind of nervous.
Okay, so it's one of those ones that's just like, what is this, and why did you send this to me? Cramer, I sent this to Cramer, and he said, what? He said, what period is period wrong period with period you?
Do you know which one this is now?
No, because I
remember?
feel like that's a common response to some of
that's true.
the silliness that he sends me.
Yeah, I see. Here's the problem. This account has been making this insane content for kind of too long now.
Yeah.
And
I think, so for me, that's the trick of it. Anytime I find these things, I don't follow them. I want it to happen organically. Because I could go through and just find 10 in a row, but that kind of takes the fun out of it. I like it to just randomly pop up in my algorithm, and then I send it. So
I see what he has there.
Oh, man.
It's just this.
Yes.
It's just this dumb.
It makes me so mad.
It's like it's an animated rat with rain boots, like a rain hat and sunglasses.
I picture him
dancing in the snow.
I picture him
It's
doing
so
that when
dumb.
he sends it at 11 o'clock at night. Like, good night. No.
Dude, he's getting after it. He's dancing. He is he's hitting it. Look.
Oh, he's hitting it all right.
And the animated rat is wearing sunglasses and a cowboy hat and rain boots, and he's hitting some sick dances. But he's at a gas station in the middle of the night by himself. It's snowing. Man, I'm crying because...
And that's just one layer deep. These go...
Kim, so I was watching this, and I was laughing to myself the other day, and Kim's looking over my shoulder, and she's like, what are you watching? And she's just like looking over my shoulder, and it's just playing over and over again. And she just like shaking her head, like, same thing. What is wrong with you? Oh, dude, that's the best part, man.
That's the best.
Sorry, guys.
That's the best. That'll make me mad, though.
You got away from me a little bit. No, you got away from me.
And if this is your first episode, thank you for
Thank
your time with us.
Yeah.
It was
Appreciate it. It was great. It was good while it lasted.
No, dude, but that's one of my favorite things is just the what is wrong with you post. So
Yeah,
it was a good time. But they're always good for like just closing the night out.
Closing
just
the
one
night
more.
out.
Love you, bud. Love you.
I mean, there's some. I went. It's weird how the algorithm works. I had Yeah, it can get gross.
Yeah,
I'll just leave it at
A little
that.
grimy.
I'll leave it at that.
That's how you know you love each other.
Yeah.
So, the verse of the day.
Yeah, the verse of the day.
Here, I'll pull it up.
Yep. Proverbs
Oh yeah.
chapter 17, verse 22. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Again, the episode we're just talking about finding joy, whether it's joy in life whenever times are bad. That's normally kind of how I like to interject into sad, somber, or boring moments, is like some sort of silly dad joke to bring laughter into it, and which is, I think, the cure for a lot of things is laughter. After a long day, finding joy in your children, finding joy in a silly reel, but also I think, I don't know, I look at I think the Lord has a sense of humor just in general.
Yeah.
Like even in his creations at some point, like you ever seen a penguin waddle?
I know, dude.
I'm being silly, but
No, you're right.
no, there's so much one to be thankful for, and I think if you can have a heart and mind to know when to filter out the bad and interject yourself with humor and joy. Sometimes my humor's ill-timed, but I think for the most part,
Yeah.
Which is like actually, ironically, the best time.
A lot of times.
most of the times, yeah.
We talk about this all the time, like even serving
yeah.
at Pursuit.
Yep.
Like it's serious, like you're doing serious things. But sometimes it's so we always compare it to like you're like diving deep and you got to come up for air. So
Yeah.
like if you see me and Isaac at Pursuit, you'll see us laughing and joking back there, and you know there's a level of it being confused as we're not taking it seriously, but that's what it is. Like if you just lock in, if you lock in and just stay down, like you got to come up for air.
Yeah,
and I
Matt
think
Russell's like the best at that.
Well, and I think to delight in the Lord, right, is to enjoy everything that He has given us.
Yeah.
He's given us laughter. He's given us humor. He's given the ability. I don't know what chemically happens to your brain. You guys might know this, but when you laugh, like you feel good. Like it makes you
there's
feel
endorphins
good.
there for
Yeah,
sure.
and that's a gift from Him. So trying to find humor in life is great.
Yeah, man. In the midst of everything, like any season of life, especially right now, like I feel like things are good. I'm grateful to have healthy kids. I'm grateful to have a godly marriage, and my wife and I are great. And life is good. But of course, there's always something that you're working through. There's always some type of struggle or like worry, anxiety, something. There's always something there, stress about work or whatever. And so it's like it's continual. The need for that joy is continual to like dive into that, to be purposeful about it, And like I think a hallmark of my relationship with all of my friends that I'm like near and dear to is that we laugh a lot. That's like a big piece of it. My brothers and my sister and I, we are like, every time we get together, I laugh till my stomach hurts.
Yeah.
And it kind of doesn't matter what's going on. I mean, almost, of course, if there's something really serious going on where it doesn't happen as much, but at least one time while we're together, regardless of why we're together, there's going to be some laughing until one of us.
That's my little sister and me. Like we put us in a serious setting together. We're going to be chuckling. Over there chuckling, like trying, like, people would think that we're over there crying, and we're actually just laughing, like snickering and laughing. It's good to have those people. So we talk about humility a lot on the podcast, right? How do we create something funny around humility? But I want to ask you guys, like, what's a funny way that God has humbled you that you can laugh about now? Let's go, Isaac, first.
Yeah. Let me think for a second. Because it's not always been funny.
It's not always funny in the moment.
Yeah, in the moment.
But you look back
maybe
at
looking
it,
back.
Well, I'll say, like, I've told this before, too, in just my journey to start jiu-jitsu. I'd heard about it. I listened to, I think a lot of people are the same way. They had heard Jocko talk to Joe Rogan about jiu-jitsu, and I had heard Joe Rogan talk about it before, and I thought, man, that's really it's cool. I think I'd like to check that out, but I never made a priority to go. Made it a priority to go. Well, I went to Hawaii to work at a church, and the guy, like my supervisor at the church, was a brown belt. Been training for like 12 years or something, and he was like way smaller than me and a lot older than me. And I thought he would always tell me how cool jiu-jitsu was, and that I should go check it out. And anyway, the long story short, he trained a couple guys, like eight guys at his house every Wednesday. He would roll out mats, and his whole living room would be mats. So I went over there one time, and I was like, dude, in my mind, and this wasn't even like arrogance. I mean, I didn't feel like I was being like arrogant. I thought this is an honest assessment of who I am. Mm-hmm. In my head, I was a Division I football player. I'm like stronger, faster, more explosive than this guy. Like I could do a backflip over him if I wanted to. Like I was like, in the very least, I'm gonna impress this guy. And dude, he just like absolutely ate my lunch like for 4 minutes. I couldn't even finish the round. He tapped me like probably 4 times, and one time he had a Kimura, and now I realize, knowing jiu-jitsu, he was being really kind about it, because he could have just ripped it. I had nothing. I wasn't holding on to anything. He was just keeping constant pressure there, and then was like slowly moving my arm up. And I thought it was gonna impress him by like curling my arm up, like he was pulling it behind me. I was just like gonna just muscle it forward and impress him, and actually ended up tearing a ligament in my forearm, or a muscle in my forearm right here.
There you go.
Yeah, and so anyway, I got humbled. Physically, I got humbled, and I think God used that to, obviously, to deal with some pride there that I wasn't aware of. Mm-hmm. But then also, that was the starting point for jiu-jitsu, because I was like, dude, that guy just like ate my lunch, no problem, and he's like way smaller than me and whatever. It was like, if I could learn that, that'd be amazing. Like that was like magic to me. So, I mean, I got a lot more stories, but just off the top of my head, that was one. I'll let Strauss share if he's got anything.
Yeah.
And then.
So mine, I've probably told it before, but before I started jiu-jitsu, like, and this is not a jiu-jitsu story, it is ultimately what got me into jiu-jitsu, but I was working a job and just severely out of shape. Like, I was probably 255, 60% body fat. Like, I'd get out of breath playing with the kids. And my wife started doing this cardio kickboxing class. It's where TFK came from, and she was loving it. She'd always tell me about it, and she's like, "Yeah, come take a class." And the marketing at this gym, like when you see it, it was a girl in high heels kicking the bag, and in my head it was that ego thing. It was 2-part. It was like, that's for chicks.
Yeah.
And the other part was, man, I played sports in high school. Like, yeah, I'm a little heavy right now, but I still got it in me. Like, no big deal.
Yeah. The average male experience.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'll just start lifting again. I'll be fine. No. And it was, I remember it was one Saturday morning, like the kids were at their grandparents' house. We had a quiet morning, and I always remember this. I was drinking my coffee, stuffing my face with toaster strudels, and she was like, "Hey, I'm going to go to this morning class. Why don't we do it together?" And and I wasn't a jerk about it, but I was like, yeah, it's something we can do together. But in my mind the whole time, I was like, it's going to be like Taibo, like, what is this? So we go up there. It's the first time I walk in the gym, and they have all this stuff. They've got judo mats, jiu-jitsu mats. They've got, in the back, a full boxing ring, an octagon, like all the local fighters train there. And then over on the other side, it's just like 20 heavy bags, and that's where the class was. So I was impressed, but I was like, oh, they're actually doing bag work. But yeah, I mean, how bad can it be? And man, they come over, they see how bad a shape I'm in, and the instructor's like, hey, just go easy. Like, it's 45 minutes, man. Like, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Just knowing you, yeah, I'm not going to go easy.
So we get into this thing. I'm 10 minutes into this 45-minute class, and I'm just throwing bombs. Like, I'm
overhand.
I'm beating this heavy bag like I took my lunch money, and I almost passed out. Like, I was so severely out of shape and almost passed out. And kind of like Isaac, like that was the humbling experience. Like not only so ultimately through that, I made friends with some of the instructors, and they got me to try jiu-jitsu, and that's what got me into it. But also that little bit of ego. Like I went through a lot before I got married, where I had a pretty big ego, and I don't know why, because I'd always get crushed. But you still hold on to a little bit of that, and I think that was like one of the final things. It was like, hey man, you're not all that. So it was indirectly. I mean, it's not very spiritual, but it was one of those things like, you're not all you think you are. And then it got me back in. So yeah,
humbled. I know it. Yeah,
well, your turn.
Oh,
you don't just get to ask the questions here.
I was kind of playing like the host, and you guys were going to be the guest. And no, I'm just kidding. I was just joking. See, that's funny.
That's funny.
Humbled by God, man. I think probably the one I'm constantly reminded of is my daughters.
Oh man,
you know, I have. Obviously, you guys know my testimony. I've shared this. I don't think I've shared much of this on the podcast, but the people that know me know that my identity, through my late teens and early 20s, kind of before I met my wife, was so rooted in like being that little playboy that thought he had everything figured out and had such a big ego and stuff. And then I just think that it's God's sense of humor to give me little girls, because having been that guy before, I mean, this is funny to me, but also it's just such a blessing. I know what to look for, and I know what to guard them against, and then just in general, man, kids are so darn funny, man.
Yeah.
And it's humbling because being a dad is extremely difficult. It's full of laughter, but it can be frustrating, the test of patience constantly. I think if people were to describe me before kids, and probably still, like, oh, you got a ton of patience. You're as patient as the days are long. My kids don't always get that,
bro.
And I think that has to do with my expectations of them more than anything. It's not them, but we've talked about it on the podcast before too, like this balance between comforting them and coaching them, and sometimes like I set such a high expectation for them that I'm not always the comforter. I'm sometimes more the coacher, and don't need to be. So
I feel that.
Yeah.
I've been
But
there.
I think my kiddos are
Speaking of that patience, I just recently spent an afternoon with my son driving my truck around.
Dude.
He's getting his learner's permit.
Oh boy.
And that's I mean, I think I did really well, but and he's a good kid.
Yeah.
And
he just wants to do the right thing. He wants to learn.
But I had to like prep my mind for it, because I like Cramer said, I know how I can be. Like, I just want to coach and not comfort. And like, we're in the middle of this humongous parking lot. He's not going to tear the truck up. Yeah. Like, he doesn't know how to drive. Like, I just really had to, but there was like a conversation with myself, like, let's just take him out there and let him get a feel for it first. Mm-hmm. And I think it went well, but it's because I was intentional about it, because how easy is it to be, I mean, I used to do that. I did that with them in jiu-jitsu when they were little and burned them out.
Yeah.
And I think there is that good balance. So, yeah.
Man. So this is, I mean, obviously your kids will humble you in every single way. Like they will tell you your breath stinks. They will tell you that
straight up
they don't like your haircut. They'll tell you that shirt looks bad on you. They will roast you.
Yeah.
They will absolutely roast you, and that's humbling. I had one more kind of like athletic experience that humbled me, that I wanted to share. But when I was at the Air Force Academy prep school, we played in
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome for my service. We were in the Kansas Jayhawk League. We played in a junior college league, and we played a lot of schools in Kansas. But there was a school in Utah. I think it was in Utah. It was called Snow Junior College, and they had a ton of Samoan football players on their team, and they're all dudes that clearly were D1 athletes, but they just didn't have the grades to go. So they were playing at this JUCO, and man, this is the first and only time this has ever happened. And I played in a lot of games like, Division I football, whatever. But playing this team, I was playing defensive end in this one game. the offensive tackle across from me was a Samoan dude that was probably 6'7", maybe. Like, would have had to duck to get in that door a little bit, especially with his helmet and cleats and everything on. And he was probably 360, maybe 350.
It's a pretty large individual.
He was absolutely massive. And so it was probably like, it was the second series that we went out there. I was on the left side, I think, at the beginning of the game, if I remember right. And I wasn't going against that guy. He was on the other side. The coach switched it up the next time we were out there, and I was on the right side. And like I was like, all right, well, you know, I'm gonna just move faster than him. I'm gonna hit a spin move or whatever. So I faked inside. I faked inside with like a chop, and I went to do a spin move outside to contain. I chopped. I spun around, and I was square with him. So I chopped. I spun, and as soon as I was square with him, he just punched me in the chest with two hands, and grabbed me. He squatted down, and I was still trying to drive into him, and he got underneath me and picked me up in the air, and my feet were off the ground.
So I can see your little feet just running,
dude. And little feet. I mean, I was smaller there than I was at UTEP, but I was still 270.
You weren't a little person.
No, and he lifted me up. And I'm telling you, I was terrified because I've never been picked up off the ground in a football game. I've been knocked off my feet. I've been smashed, whatever. I've never been picked up off the ground, and my feet were in the air. And I remember just looking. I was looking down at him, and then he went like this, and my feet swung forward, and he dumped me and planted me on the ground. And I felt like I fell forever. And I could not believe that. I had never once been picked up in my life. I've always been bigger, stronger, whatever than a lot of people. And that dude just picked me up. And I still, to this day, I'm still talking about that because I'm like, dude, that was a humbling experience because I couldn't do anything about it. He just picked me up, put me in the air, and slammed me on the ground. And I was like, thanks.
Do you ever find joy in others being humbled? Because I love that story.
I love that story a lot.
That was a good one.
Yeah. That's a good, yeah.
You got anything else?
Any other stories of you?
Yeah, one I'll share off air with you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, that was a good time, athletically. Cramer, I know you had some jiu-jitsu questions.
Yeah, I do. I have a few jiu-jitsu questions. Again, we said that this episode was going to be lighthearted. We were just going to have fun.
People need
All right, so Joshy, what is the funniest or dumbest reason you've ever tapped? And be honest.
What? I got one. About you or about me?
No, me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any about me?
You've tapped?
Yeah.
No, it's rare that you'll tap to something stupid I'm doing. I mean, I've tapped to your lockdown and you about to break my leg. I've tapped to that.
I think it's dumb sometimes that you fall for the baits.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I fall for a lot of baits.
Yeah.
What keeps me going is I'll see things. The amount I train now, with timing and all that, I still know things, but without sharpening that sword, your timing's off. So I'll do things like a white belt will do, and then as soon as I do it, or as soon as I fall for something you guys are doing, I'll know it, which almost makes it worse because I'll do it and then I'm like, I know what's happening now.
Yeah.
And just that little timing thing. I mean, that's humbling and frustrating, but at least I know where that comes from. I don't know. I don't want it to sound like my ego, but I don't feel like I usually tap to.
Well, it's something
silly or dumb.
Oh, it doesn't have to be but have you ever, for example, you maybe should have gone to the bathroom before class started, okay? And then you're rolling with a big person, and they go neon belly on you, and you're like, I got to go to the bathroom. And, I mean, you tapped. That's happened to me.
I've tapped in bottom side control because the person on top's breath was so bad. And I was trying to breathe air, and there's no fresh air. It was just hot, bad breath air. I tapped, and I was totally fine with him thinking that was because his pressure was great. That was one. And then another one was in a scramble. my pants got pulled down, my butt crack. I could feel the cold air on my butt crack, and I wasn't in a position to pull my pants up, and so I tapped so that I could pull my pants up and preserve my dignity. So,
well, I mean, one of Isaac's goals is to make me poop my pants, and he hasn't yet, and I won't tap to
Poop
that.
tap.
So
You won't tap to that?
No, I haven't done it either. So I just sit there and suffer.
oh man, he will. He
But
will.
I think you would tap to that.
if you actually had to go.
I'll make you tap.
Like, spare yourself,
I would.
yourself some of the embarrassment.
I tell him I'm trying to roll them up like a tube of toothpaste. You know?
So noon class. This was back when we were at the old building. I do remember one noon class where I mean it was I don't even know how many rolls it was. It's been so long, but like it was hot in there, a lot of rolls, and it wasn't even my first roll, and I don't even remember it being terrible pressure, but I don't know if I tapped, but I know I finished the roll and went to the bathroom and just puked my brains out. So
yeah, it's kind of a tap.
but I don't think I actually tapped. I think we finished the roll. Like I was just feeling queasy and then just suffered through it and it ran off and puked.
That's
I know one morning class, Cramer, this is a story for you. One morning class, Cramer wouldn't tap me and just wanted to do takedowns over and over and over again. I had to walk outside afterwards because it was just an onslaught.
He gets like that sometimes
Yeah.
at 6:30 in the morning. Like,
Oh,
what
is
are
that
you
when I did a
on, dude?
handstand on you?
Yes, that was that
What
one.
are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah. I think there's video. I think.
What are you on, dude?
Sometimes I'm just ready to go, man.
And I wasn't even awake yet. That's my excuse.
You were so awake. That was like 3 rounds in.
But no, so Kramer does this thing from quarter guard where I don't know I feel like I don't know what I'm doing with half guard at all when I try to put him in half guard. So there's a lot of dumb things that happen in there.
I do this, my little bait where like I'm trying to get bow and arrow choke on somebody, and I bring my own gi over the top, like very like obviously like I'm bringing my own gi over the top, and it's like this little bell, and everybody just reaches up and grabs it.
Yeah.
And then they let their own lapel is just like, oh, thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. That's also like from Bravo.
I feel like that's happened
Yeah.
to me.
Like Bravo grip, you like you're in quarter guard, you
Yeah.
hand it to the bottom hand, and then if you pull, sometimes it works if you pull your own lapel out. Like you're not going to do anything
Yeah,
with your
you
own
just
lapel.
handed it over.
You do this and they reach for it, and then you grab their sleeve and you pull it through.
Pull their arm
and
across.
head and arm. Yeah.
There's people that do that, and it frustrates me. Aaron Price we rolled at immersion camp, and he apparently plays a lot of lapel.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things like you see it, and you're like, oh, maybe not. I just need to be aware of it. And like you said, like if it starts coming across, I'm grabbing for it. And he's like, "Thank you, that's what I wanted." And,
Yeah. The old bait.
all
and
those
switch.
little baits.
Love it. Okay. If you could roll with one character from the Bible,
From the Bible.
who would it be and why?
That's good. That's good. Okay, so can I give us a couple options here to
Yeah,
think
let's go.
about?
Yeah,
So
let's
you
go.
got Samson.
Oh,
You got
Samson Simpson.
the angel of the Lord.
Yeah,
Rolled
because
with
we know he
Jacob.
wrestles. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Jacob that wrestled with the angel of the Lord all night. You got Peter, who I feel like would just be he'd be a wrist locker.
Yeah. I like Peter.
Yeah. You'd be like grinding his elbow on your face and stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of guy. You got David. You got Goliath. Man, I don't know. I feel like
I would
Oh,
want to
yeah.
roll with the toughest.
I would say
yeah.
I would say maybe one of David's mighty men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There was some bad dudes.
There's some
It'd be kind
bad-
of cool to tussle with one of them.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think Jesus.
Oh yeah. He'd smoke you, dude.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But like,
He would
got-
turn all the water in your body into wine.
he wouldn't cheat. He wouldn't cheat.
He's got your back.
He's got your back.
He would part your forehead. Yeah, you're
He,
done.
he doesn't tap out.
No. Turn my blood. You turn all the water in
You
my
heard
body to wine.
Yeah, you heard that.
I'm suddenly drunk all
Instant
of a sudden.
death. Instant death.
No, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So Jesus, it is.
I
Jesus.
think Judas, dude. Neon Belly.
Oh, I'd roll gnarly with him.
Yeah, I know. Barabbas would probably roll pretty gnarly with.
Yeah.
Um,
Samson's strong, but like, what if he doesn't have any technique?
That's what I'm saying. Like, give me the biggest, strongest guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
we're
there's
trained.
Goliath.
Come on, Goliath.
Worm guard. Tie him up. It's a long lapel.
That's
Just single leg,
Yeah, single leg. Nice.
and then just get on top.
There you go.
Cook him.
cook him.
Cook
Cook
him.
Just like
that
he would just
9-footer.
hold you, stiff arm you, and stand up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I mean, his arms were
Yeah.
like 6 feet long.
Yeah. See,
Just
that's
hold
why
you-
it was
just
like it
grab you
wouldn't
by
be
the
fun.
throat.
Like we
Yeah.
couldn't roll with it. Couldn't even roll with him. It was just like it's a different classification.
That's how I feel like trying to take your back sometimes. Like, I can't get my arms around you.
Yeah, you're like, there's nothing.
What do I do?
Seatbelt. Seatbelt with your.
Gee
Sometimes that-
whiz.
Gee whiz.
Man, yeah. I think is there anyone else from?
I mean, apparently Jacob's pretty scrappy
yeah,
since he made it all night.
yeah.
So
Dude, so the angel of the Lord, like some people say that's like a Christophany, like
Yeah.
that's Jesus that rolled with him. That means Jesus is a heel hooker, dude, because he blew out his hip.
or at
How
least
do
a
you do
hip
that?
lock.
Yeah, hip lock. Yeah,
Yeah.
Electric chair.
Yeah, I like that one. That's one of my.
Gnarly, dude. I mean, it says he like touched his hip, but I mean, maybe
But I
he,
mean,
like,
that's
used
just what
that
it
heel to-
means. Yeah, he touched it.
Oh,
Leg up on the shoulder.
yeah, that's gnarly. Ooh, David was a good. Like I always see images of David, fighting a lion and a bear, like just like hands inside the jaws,
Yeah.
like wrestling with them.
Who you wrestling with?
I already said Goliath.
Oh, you
Want
so
the big-
Goliath.
yeah,
is-
why not? I mean-
wait, didn't he have brothers?
It's
too?
jiu-jitsu rules. I can just tap, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
I mean, this isn't to the death. We're like
Oh,
training
okay.
jiu-jitsu.
That
with,
changes
you
a
know.
little bit. I'm like, putting
yeah,
myself
like,
on
I'm not-
the
Yeah.
battlefield, like
Yeah.
battlefield.
I mean,
you think I would
jiu-jitsu.
pick Jesus? Like,
No, not to the death.
okay.
No,
Sorry.
this is just like, hey, slap hands,
It's
Bump,
like at
slap and
camp,
bump.
you get to roll with some
Yeah.
of the greats. Like,
True,
they're gonna
true.
beat me, but like,
Yeah.
Yep.
it'd be an honor.
Great story. A little picture afterward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that
Doing the shaka, which I gotta ask, jiu-jitsu culture and the shaka, right?
Yeah.
Being of Hawaiian descent,
Samoan.
and
Yeah.
you were born in Hawaii, yes.
Yes.
So does that mean
Well, it's like saying you're of Texan descent. It's like, well, you're
100%
but you're
Texan?
Mexican.
I'm 100% Texan, and people from Texas identify as Texan
That's true.
over their actual race.
Yeah, no. So you have a nationality and you have an ethnicity.
Then there's also Texan.
No, I'm kidding, but that's my nationality. Like Texas above the U.S. I'll take Texas.
Okay, so
But that's your
So you're Hawaiian. Samoan. I mean, do you feel like the jiu-jitsu culture has stolen the shaka,
Dude,
man?
it's hilarious because there's like we were at we talked about Jiu-Jitsu Con last week. But
Yeah.
you remember there was a lot of people with Polynesian tattoos.
Yeah.
Like they're Brazilian and they're speaking Portuguese, but they have like some of them had like legit Polynesian tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, they went to some like real tattooer, like one of these ones that are really well known.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that looks like so and so's work, you know. Fred Frost in Utah, like his work is so sick, and I recognize it everywhere. But like, some guys had it like that, so it's kind of funny. There's more appropriation. However, I kind of feel like it's honoring in a way because they're like,
Yeah.
this is a cool part of this culture. I want to make it a part of mine. Like that, I think that's kind of cool that they do that. They like it enough, and there's some similarities too. I mean, they're like, you know, a lot of those people live by the beach. A lot of those people, they have the same type of lifestyle. They're more laid back. They
Yeah.
take care. You know,
Free
they're more
spirits,
family.
kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, see the shaka everywhere, bro.
I think the alternative, I think that over, like putting your fist up because we're not fighters, dude. I mean, there
Yeah.
are some people that train MMA
Fight, yeah,
that are
yeah,
stand-up
yeah,
fighters,
yeah,
and
yeah.
yes, by
Or
all
like
means, by all
Jocko and
means,
Leif.
by
It's
all
like, okay,
means,
well,
like
you're a
use your
professional warrior. You
yeah,
get to
use
do
your
that.
fist. But like, I'm sorry, man. Guy that just got your blue belt, stop posing for pictures. Like,
Is the shaka overdone?
and that was
Is the shaka overdone?
I guarantee
think
you,
so.
I can go back to my pictures from 2011, 12 as a blue belt, and if I'm out with the boys at the bar or something, I guarantee you,
You're throwing that shaka.
I'm throwing this.
Oh, you're
I've
throwing
got
the
I've got
fist.
a fist. Yeah, I was real cool, really, really cool. I'm glad we met back then, guys. Yeah,
I'm gonna look at my pictures real quick and see.
I got a lot of them doing the shaka, but that's because I've seen that since I was a little kid.
caveat to that, like, so I've said this a few times. I'm saving my right leg so I can be adopted into the tribe, so I can get the Polynesian tattoo. Like, what is it going to take? What is it going to take to?
I think I can talk to some people, but I think it'll probably just take like a fee paid to me personally.
Paid to you personally?
Yep.
I'm looking at all my pictures from camp.
It is really cool to see. Like, I've now been around you a handful of times when we've seen other Polynesian people, and just the warm embrace that you all have for each other. Total strangers, doesn't matter where we are. I think that's really really special. You know, because it's not like if I see another Hispanic person, which here in Texas you see them often. There's not that same embrace because of our ethnicity. But I think it's really special.
That family at Jiu-Jitsu Con.
Yeah.
And he was awesome. Like Raven was his name.
Mm-hmm.
Raven Lafua is the last name, and his son Toa. They came up and were like. He was saying it was really cool to see another Samoan in jiu-jitsu, and that I was a good representative, and that I was doing good for the community. It was like really encouraging to have that encouragement from him. But you're right, like you said, instantly, like, what's up, bro?
Yeah, like moreover, outside of the ethnicity side of things, I think for me, when I experience that embrace from strangers, is especially in our ministry efforts, right?
Yeah,
when you start talking about your love for the Lord with someone else that maybe you meet at the airport, or they see your Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu shirt, it's like, I mean, you're treated like family. You are brothers and sisters in Christ together.
Yeah.
And you see Christians embracing each other like that, which is just, it's comforting, right?
Yeah, totally. I see it in business. Like if I sit down and I notice that, or like, here, and I'm just giving a tip to people that, have a hard time sharing their faith. Here's the easiest way possible. If you say, so I sit down for a business meeting and you're getting to know each other and you're like, hey, so what'd you guys do last weekend? Or what are you going to do this weekend if it's close to the weekend? Then, however they answer, they're going to ask you the same question, and you'll have an opportunity to say, oh yeah, went to church. Yeah, went to church, man. And my pastor was sharing about this cool, tell a story from the sermon or something, or just something it got you thinking about, or a way it ties into life, or it's that easy to bring up your faith. But a lot of times in conversations, like for work, that's like a professional meeting, and we're talking about real estate or interest rates or something, and it comes up that they're a believer. It's like, I instantly feel that feeling of like, and it should be like that. If they're really walking with the Lord, it's like, dude, you should be like, man, this person, I don't know much about this person across from me, but I do know that what they love in their life is the thing that I love the most in my life. So we definitely have some common ground regardless of our backgrounds, upbringing, passions, hobbies, all of that. We have the most important thing in common, and that's enough to connect with people.
Yeah.
So, Cramer, you were, before the episode, you had a couple other funny questions. I want to get to those.
Oh man,
They were good prompts.
Was I not here yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that'd be a
you were,
surprise.
Okay, so just so
you were
people
late.
know, I texted Strauss. I said, if I don't see you walk in this podcast studio door in 3 minutes or less, I'm slapping your forehead off your skull. And you said, I'm 4 minutes.
And I quote, I'm 4 minutes out, which was on time.
Yeah.
3 minutes would have been 1 minute earlier. I said, I'm 4 minutes out, but I'm slowing my speed down.
And it took him about 6 minutes to get here.
I'm a
Because
man
of
of
that.
my word.
And he's saying that it's because I texted him, told him to hurry up, that he actually slowed down. So
Yes.
sometimes we can manipulate that to our benefit if I just, say, hey, Josh, it's fine. Take your time. Get here 6 minutes late. You would have got here in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I need to play that
Played
better
yourself.
next time.
Played yourself.
Played yourself.
Played yourself. Well, I've already asked a few silly questions around jiu-jitsu and the Bible, so we'll just keep it rolling. In heaven,
Yeah.
gi or no gi?
You mean the majority of people?
Yeah. What are we training in heaven?
I'm doing both.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
would
I'm doing
say
both.
gi, and they'd be like white gis because
Yeah.
it's like the white robes,
Yeah.
I kind of envision that, but,
I want both.
yeah.
I did a lot of no-gi back in the day. Now I pretty much exclusively train gi. Heaven, we got plenty of time. Plenty of time for both.
Okay.
But I see the white gi look. I see that.
Yeah, right?
All right, we're going to go rapid fire. Worst post-training meal you've ever eaten?
Oh,
Every meal after training.
I did go to the Taco Bell one time in Highland Village.
That's not
after
bad.
Late night training. Said no. I mean, hey, dude, I'm not above TB. I live Moss
I'm
sometimes.
I've gone straight.
Sometimes
to,
I live Moss.
I don't know if we need to cut this out or not. But me and Jake, after a night class once, went to that little Chinese place
right next door.
right next door.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Don't. I see people coming in and out all the time. Is this money laundering scheme?
I've eaten there and I was okay.
I was
Wow.
not pleased.
You and your fancy palate? That's surprising. That really is surprising.
Now, I do have my story of my
Stop.
first Naga competition where I ate a cheeseburger before I competed.
That's crazy.
It was on the verge of throwing up the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was saying I wasn't. TV is not. I'm not saying that's a bad post training meal. I'm saying that I spent like $37.
Okay, there it is. There it is.
Solo, and then didn't want to waste the food. I was full.
Yeah, push through the wall.
Early into my, digging through the bag. I was like full way early, but I decided to keep going.
I think also if it's an
Bad move.
evening class and you do that, that's, I don't know, this, like if there's times like we'd finish noon class and you're just depleted, and I go to Taco Bell, but then I have all the rest of the day too. But like you finish night class, you go crush Taco Bell, it's 9 o'clock at night,
Stumble into
you're
the
just
shower.
like, done.
Spend way too long in the driveway just trying to convince yourself to get out of the truck. I'm too tired to go inside.
Oh, I'm going to apologize in advance for this next question.
Okay.
If Jiu-Jitsu belts
Yeah.
had flavors, what flavor would a brown belt be?
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Easy?
Easy.
Yeah. Maybe like a milk dud vibe.
Milk dud vibe.
Chocolate on the outside, caramel on the inside.
I'll get down
Oh,
on some
yeah,
milk.
yeah.
You mean
Milk
eating the actual belt itself?
Like a scratch and sniff.
Oh, yeah.
Blue raz.
Blue
grape.
ras, grape, yep. Chocolate, because that's more common of like a...
Yeah.
And then black belt would be licorice, obviously. A white belt would... I don't know. Manure. I'm kidding.
White belt.
I'm kidding.
Would
I'm
be,
joking.
white belt would be mothballs.
Yeah, something on it, something bad.
I like what you tried there.
Yeah,
though,
I like
Kramer.
Yeah. I
Come on,
didn't,
you got
I didn't
one.
know where you guys were going to go with that. I was hoping that, you take it somewhere a little more playful than that, but it's okay. Hopefully our audience for this episode is not as boring as you two have.
Okay, well, come on, hit us with some more.
Yeah. Yeah. What
I
else
like
you got?
these.
Yeah,
I was
these are
laughing
fun.
at some of these before, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Purple belt would be weed.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Weed.
Purple belts.
I know,
What is
man.
that? Okay, that was actually one of the questions. What is the the good one? That is a great transition. I know I had a question on here that I was looking for. Where are we? What's the weirdest smell
Oh, yeah.
that you've ever experienced on the mats?
Oh, I got one bird in my
And
memory.
did you survive it?
Go ahead.
So I don't. I mean,
That's a common smell on the mats. Period.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
common. That's
yeah.
not a weird one. Stinky gi guy,
Yeah.
but there's always like BO stinky gi,
Yeah,
sweaty stinky gi, and then you got some guys that it's just you don't know what it is. It's like
Can I
a
tell you?
combination of all of them.
And you think, how do you not smell this when
Yeah.
you with someone
Yeah.
that has
It's
that
bad.
It's that bad.
And then when
You're
it
like,
gets sweaty, it's like it intensifies.
Oh,
because
gosh,
now that sweat that gets on you, that smells like that.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't know why, and maybe you guys have experienced this. Corn chips.
oh, there's a corn chips level
Corn
to
chips
that.
level.
Now,
Yeah.
I remember one guy. I didn't roll with him that day, thank goodness. But I remember it was so bad afterwards. He doesn't train with us normally. I don't even know who it is, but I remember the situation. We line up and we shake hands on the way out. It was so bad, like I was dry heaving just the last handshake going through the line. That's how potent it
that's
was.
bad.
That it was beyond corn chips. But I'm with you on the corn
Yeah,
chips
dude.
thing.
What's up with that? Because you're ruining Fritos for me. I
Yeah.
like Fritos.
so not that I don't think wearing rash guards technically prevents one from stinking. But do you think that we should train in rash guards?
No.
I think so. Because Josh says that because he's the guy that's rubbing his sweaty chest all over someone's face. I'm the one who's getting someone's sweaty chest on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate when people wear rash guards, but
I'm not a fan. Except for Nogi, obviously, but
why? Same thing.
I've got a gi top.
Yeah, that's wide open in the middle. There's
Don't open my lapels and you'll be fine.
I love the way our brother JP Donnell's gis fit him because he's so broad chested. his chest is so broad, and he's got like his turtle shell abs, and it'll just be like barely touching.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's. I mean, we know JP. He's not fat. Yeah. I mean, JP is just a rock solid.
He's a rhino.
Yeah, it's just so broad chested. His gi just kind of barely touches right under his sternum, and it's like if the belt is not on, it's sitting out here.
I've caught a couple stray sweat drops from JP's chest into my eyeballs before. Hey, that's a real thing too in jiu-jitsu, and people know this. Like someone's on top, someone's in knee on belly, or they're moving or passing,
sweating them out,
sweating right here.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah.
I think sweat in the ear hole is the worst. I don't know why it bothers me.
Dunk the whole head in bleach. Dunk the whole head in bleach at that point.
What else you got, Cramer?
Come on. I see you scrolling through hundreds of
No.
questions.
Well, I mean, I also have to keep this somewhat PG.
Yeah.
We can go PG-13.
PG-13's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You guys are killing me here.
I don't even know if we have permission, but I'm like, yeah.
I mean, if it's terrible, it'll get edited out.
Yeah, true.
I've been
That's
edited
true.
out before.
That's true. Episode 1. Episode 1.
Episode 1? You got edited
No,
out?
I didn't get it.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
They had to scrub it.
Oh, yeah.
The
erased
clip
an
was
entire
in.
episode.
No, the clip was in there. Oh yeah, we did erase one on it, but we self-selected that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 1, I got talked to after.
Yeah, I think we've maybe covered this a little bit, but if you guys can share the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you while rolling, and has anybody caught any of this on video? You kind of touched on that a second ago. Your butt crack was hanging out.
Yeah, that was a bad. I mean, but like, I don't think anyone saw. But like, man, I knew, and I could feel the air. I could feel the AC blowing on my crack, and I was like, "This
we're
is
getting
not
cooled down here."
I don't like that, dude. Man, embarrassing thing that's happened on the mat.
It's not on video, and it's not super. It's embarrassing to me because of how bad out of shape I was. But I always tell everybody, when I first started, I was just so out of shape. I posted up, like I bridged to come out of side control, and I posted to pull your leg out and pop my own rib out, like subluxed it, and I didn't know what happened. I was just like, it was terrible. I did it to myself.
They're bad.
The dude I was rolling was like, "What?" and was like, "It wasn't you. It was me."
I think
pretty
tapping to
embarrassing.
pressure or tapping to just like being exhausted and tapping is embarrassing.
It is, man.
I mean, it really is. Like that is a huge little
I don't think
smack to the ego.
I haven't
for
tapped.
sure.
I've tapped to. I can't breathe. Literally, like boa constrictor. Like I can't get air into my lungs.
Yeah.
From Nima. Nima was skydiving on my solar plexus, but because he was crossing his feet, like he was in mount and he was crossing his feet like under my legs, and just had his hips in the perfect spot to where I literally couldn't take any more air into my lungs, and I tapped. But I've definitely been like super exhausted before, and like not tapping to exhaustion, but like totally fine with them taking an arm, like just playing really loose without it. Just finish
take
me,
it
dude.
so
Come
that
on,
I
take
can
it.
get
giving
up
up position.
I can get up and tie my belt and literally take a break.
That,
Yeah.
I've done that. That's been with Stefan Banta, and he just like he wouldn't take the bait.
At camp, Krantz put money up to see if somebody would tap me to pressure.
Cross put $100.
$100, and he had my back. He's like, "You won't tap to pressure." I've tried.
Not early. I don't. Yeah, I've never seen you tap to pressure. But you got to cook somebody first. You
Well,
gotta,
and that's what they all did. And so our friend Brian Viglione, he's excellent wrestler, excellent Dodeco black belt. he was like, "Oh, I'm in." So I told everybody like this is, and I had guys coming up to me like, "Well, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that," and I was like, as long as I stay on my side, I'll give up my back all day. If the goal, so in a role like that, like if I know all he's trying to do is tap me to pressure, we're not doing jiu-jitsu. Like, I'll give him my back all day. So the goal is just get on your side and keep turning your back to him. But it doesn't mean it's fun.
No, it's not fun.
And he did not.
He did not. He tried. He said he was going to come for you, but
He came.
I want to give Cramer more opportunities to ask some questions here.
Yeah.
Because they're good. And we're not, I mean, of course, there's a lot of screwing around on a lot of episodes, but this is specifically some joyful stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of running out of stuff, to be honest. I have gone through most of what I had intended to. But really just getting back into the verse, right? Like, we tie it all back in, you know, that the Lord uses humor to not only humble us, but to keep us joyful. Mm-hmm. And I think the encouragement there is to not take ourselves too seriously sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Scripture, especially when it comes to our relationship with the Lord. If you're truly delighting in Him and you realize that humor and laughter and just the joy that those both bring you, it is honoring to God to enjoy your life, to not take yourself too seriously sometimes, and to truly just, I mean, I think to me it's a way of praise almost, you know?
Yeah, and it's saying it's good medicine. So obviously I think there's, like we said, there's biological benefit to joy, to laughter. We know that, but there's like a, you know, lifting your spirits. It's like your soul is healthier when you have joy in your life, when you have people that you can laugh with, when you joke, and enjoy that. I mean, spend time around your kids when they're cracking up and they're just like, you know, they're laughing so hard they can barely breathe.
Those belly laughs.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that's the best. And you just know. I mean, that's such a healthy environment to be in, and I know it's like contagious in a good way.
Well, I think some of that humbling thing with that, it's fun because my kids are that age now, and especially like if we're around other friends. So like, I don't know, if we go over to JP in their house, our kids get on, like we're all tight, but we'll all roast on each other.
Yeah,
like when the kids start joining in and like trying to roast the dads, like it's just fun and
it's so good.
I don't know, like maybe everybody does that, but I wouldn't have done that to my dad back in the day.
Yeah.
you know? But like just being humble enough and just making it fun out of that, you know?
Yeah. I'm always happy for my kids to laugh at my expense.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
And roast them a little bit.
Oh, I
but
always,
not too hard.
Roast them a little bit, yeah.
You're mean. You know.
I always bow up on Jake. Like he'll be getting ice out of the refrigerator, and I'll walk by and be like, "You squaring up on me?" And he'll just look up like,
well,
no.
dude, he's grown now.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
So I'll just have to put it on him in the kitchen just to remind him, but unsolicited. I'll be like, start shoving him like, "Hey, you saying something?" And he's like, "No, I'm just getting water." And I'm like, "Put that cup down." And he's like,
Come on, we're going to fight right here. That's good. I need to do that to Zeke when I get home. He's pretty funny. He's got a good sense of humor too, because the homeschooled kids, like they spend more time around you. They learn your sense of humor. They're used to communicating with adults more often, but so it's a good time. Man, yeah. So I think a good thing, and we have it written here, but just an encouragement for people to find opportunities for joy. Like seek it out. Be purposeful about that. Like don't just like wait for it to happen, because sometimes depending on the environment or the situation or the limited time you have with people you train with or see or work with, make an effort to like seek out opportunities to be cheerful with them, to find opportunities for joy or for laughter. Like don't, like you said earlier, Cramer, like don't take yourself so seriously. You know, we serve a God that actually delights in us, and he clearly created us with humor. So if we think we're funny, I can't imagine how funny God is. You know, like that's a joyful thing. We all enjoy funny stuff.
I'm sure we could all find funny stories from the Bible, like Jonah and the whale. The prophet runs from God, denies him, so he gets swallowed up by a whale, then spit on the shore, throws a tantrum, and then like it reads as comedy.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Or like Peter and John run into the tomb, like it's that running thing, and like in John's account, he makes sure to say he got there first.
The one whom Jesus loved.
Yeah.
Right.
you just think about
won the race, got there first.
who won the race first. I mean, just certain parables that he uses. One of my favorite verses, Matthew 7:3. Pointing out the log in your eye, with a speck in your eye. What friend has a log, and they're probably looking at each other like, "What is he talking about?"
Yeah.
But it makes sense, right?
He's like, over like exaggerating, using like
overly exaggerating
You got
things
a
to
beam
make
hanging out of your face.
Yeah, man, and you're worried about that little bitty speck in your friend's eye. Like, worry about yourself, know.
There's some funny stuff, man. But I also think, like, I just can't wait to get to know. Like, I know that right now, because of sin and because of flesh and because of just this world, we don't experience a fullness of God's. We can experience a full. I'm saying here now, like, of course, His presence, but I'm saying in a different way, like in a way where we're like actually face to face with Him. I think there's so much knowledge and wisdom and joy and humor I think we'll experience when we get to be in heaven in close proximity with God, and I can't wait for that. But until then, this side of heaven, we need to seek that out with our brothers, with our sisters in Christ, and it's important. It's just as important as other parts of your friendships or things that you're working on, or how to make yourself. We're always working toward making ourselves better. Make sure that's a part of it too.
Yeah.
Like
it's
Josh
a whole
was saying, like,
it's a whole package.
Yeah, don't make it so. And we talk about it all the time. Like, sometimes, especially with like spiritual stuff, people get really like hoity-toity. Like, you know what I'm talking about? They get very like. I mean, I understand you should be reverent.
Yeah, there
before
should be
God.
respect. Yeah, we're not talking
100%.
disrespect.
Yeah, no, but like we serve a holy God. He's just, He's righteous, and we should be reverent before Him. Yes, but also He created in you, like, humor. Like, he has joy. He's a God who created that in you.
Well, I mean, and the Christians, and some of them are, but they're so unapproachable.
Yeah, dude.
That you're like,
Yeah,
you got a lot of knowledge, but I don't want to be around you.
No, they've been, and we get, like, Christians get that bad rap of being like just fun killers. You know, it's like
the old fun sponge.
Yeah, but I think when people go to Pursuit and they're around a lot of us, and we are saying Pursuit because obviously we love Pursuit, and Pursuit was the ministry that helped us get started and really helped us form our fellowship. But there are of course, God uses lots of ministries out there to accomplish the same thing. But for us, that's a place where we know we can go to connect. But like, there are people who come that have an expectation of it being one way, and then they see how much fun we have and how hilarious, situations we're in and all that. Josh, he's calling me, my brother. Let him know I'm with you two doofuses. He's gonna say, you should have FaceTimed me. But yeah, anyway, I think, just like you said, don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, super grateful for that. I know you have some announcements.
This has been rolling with the homies.
Rolling with the homies.
Rolling with the homies.
The homies.
I know you have some announcements just about like updates on some merchandise stuff.
Do I have announcements? I
Yes,
do.
you do.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna say I'll say a prayer for us. Actually, Strauss, we don't always get Strauss.
Why don't we close
Strauss.
Let's close in prayer. Let that be the.
Yeah, and I'm not doing it.
So you're not going to say anything about
No, I'll definitely
all the
say
ways
things.
that people can
Look, man,
support the ministry?
there's so many ways you can support the ministry. Obviously,
Blood red,
this came up at Jiu-Jitsu Con, where we are more than just a brand. Obviously, we're a group of believers, a group of guys that love the Lord, that love Jiu-Jitsu, but ultimately we are a 501c3 ministry. So buying our apparel, making charitable donations to us really help us fund the things that we're working on, like our discipleship curriculum, which should be coming out here soon. Super excited about that. That'll allow gyms across the country to hold their own discipleship groups at their gyms, and we're going to be the resource for that, to be able to provide them with that curriculum. Putting together all that stuff takes money, so please go on to our website at JesusandJujitsuUSA.com and please donate to our cause. You can also support the ministry by buying our merchandise. We have a couple new things, new pieces of merchandise that are on the website right now. Some limited edition T-shirts where Jesus and Jiu-Jitsu partnered with Fighter's Passport at Jiu-Jitsu-Con a couple weeks ago. So you can check that out. And then we also have some gi patches available. We have 2 different sizes. There is a 10-inch gi patch, which would like go on the back of the patch, and then these smaller 4-inch gi patches, which you could either go on the sleeve or on your leg. Again, that's one way to support the ministry. Also, you can buy, go to Jocko Fuel and use code JJJ20 to save yourself 20%. That also helps the ministry too. And that is about it. Do we have an update on our next live event?
Yeah, so we're aiming for, there's a lot of stuff shifting around, and we were looking at schedules of some of these people that might be able to teach. Excited to hopefully get some people that are, really have a big reach, big platform, and actually do love Jesus too. But we are holding off on announcing who that could be. But we're looking at November 1st. We'll just say that's tentative. So if you're looking at maybe coming out for one, keep that date in mind. We'll do our best to make an announcement as soon as possible on the Instagram page and on the next podcast episode. But and also check out our devotional books. So there was some big issue with those. I ordered them. I guess Amazon thought that it was, I don't know, suspicious that I was ordering 400 of them at one time, but to me that doesn't seem crazy because we sold out right away of our first batch. So getting a new shipment of those, they're on their way. They're going to be here in a few weeks, or actually after this podcast episode comes out, about another week. And then so you can pre-order right now if you listen to this podcast, and then get those. That'll really help the ministry, but also it's a massive benefit to you. We actually use some of those studies for our Bible study that Jesus in Jiu-Jitsu was providing resources for at Origin Immersion Camp. So a lot of believers were gathering together, and we used the Jesus in Jiu-Jitsu devotional, weekly devotional volume 1, and they were awesome. They led to great conversations. They opened the door for a lot of great stuff. So yeah, like Cramer said, like every penny we make from all of these things goes into furthering the reach of the ministry. And so please consider donating. Ask the Lord if there's an amount that he'd like for you to give, and be obedient to that. And there's many other ways you can support. If you can't support financially or you don't feel called to, you can pray. Please pray for protection over this ministry, protection over all the people who are involved in the day-to-day to help move it forward. Prayer over the board members who help make long-term vision decisions for the ministry. There's a lot of people involved in this, and I just pray over their families and for protection over them and the ministry as well. So we could really use that, and we appreciate you guys supporting. But we love you. Josh is going to close in prayer.
We good? Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for this time together with my brothers. Thank you for the opportunity to sit down and just kind of have a lighthearted good time, Lord. I know as we looked at it in the Scripture, it's part of your plan for us, the joy you bring us and the joy that we can bring to each other. I thank you for the opportunity to surround myself with people that can encourage me, that can make me laugh, Lord. And I pray that we would all take it to heart and remember to be that type of person for others as well, Lord, in the complete packages of a man as a Christian as you would have us, Lord. I thank you again for the opportunity to be here and to be able to talk about you, and I thank you for the listeners that we have, Lord, for their support, for their prayers. Pray you bless them, keep us safe, bring us back next time. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We love you guys. Can't wait to see you at a live event or at some other thing that we do. But we pray that God bless you in your training and in your family and in your walk with Him. This has been the Jesus in Jiu-Jitsu podcast, episode 132.
Go train.